Hello, 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 you guys. It is 12 o'clock. It is noon here on Friday afternoon. Good Friday, as a matter of fact. Hope you all are doing well and hope you remembered so that you can hang out with me for a while. Let's get all of this set up while we're waiting on some of you guys to get your notification and hop online with us. Let's see what we got going on. Give you guys just a minute to get here. Line with us. Always has double sound for a second. You guys should have heard that, I'm sure. Hello, Beth. Beth is here. Good morning, or afternoon. Not sure where you are, what time zone you're in. For me, it is just hit afternoon because it's straight up noon. And can you guys tell, I have not even been awake very long. Got in bed late last night and haven't been up real long this morning. Oh my goodness. Holly is here. Hello. Rosalind is here. Nobody Cares is here. Dara. I forget how we say that. I think we said Dara. Hello. It's noon where you are. Well, good. Glad you're in that same time zone there. And glad you guys were able to join in. I know that it's always tricky on Fridays because everybody has different schedules and we're all in different time zones. So I try to switch it up. Do a little earlier, a little later, and hopefully at some point we'll be able to catch all of you. I thought that I would take just a minute today, if I can figure out how to make this work again, and show you guys. Let's see here if I can figure this out. It's always a little tricky from week to week because this whole brain of mine doesn't seem to want to retain a lot of information that it learns new right away. Anyway, last night, the hubs and I went on a little date night and we drove over to the beach. You guys know I've said this a million times before about how that the beach at night is my favorite place on earth to be. Absolutely love going to the beach in the evening time. The way the moon hits the water, yes, it's like a little bit of heaven on earth. So we drove over there last night and we're going to walk the beach. And when we first got out of the car to walk along the beach, I was astonished at how it looked. Then it dawned on me, oh yeah, well, we haven't been back over here since Irma rolled through because Irma came in September. Life always gets busy during fall, and then you've got all the holidays with Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that. And then, of course, it's been winter, too cold to go to the beach. So last night was the first night that we'd actually been back to the beach since Irma came through, and I could not believe the damage that I still saw. So I took some pictures, and hopefully I'm going to be able to overlay those for you here. I'm going to try to make it work. But let's see, we've had a couple more people join us. Miss Pat is here. Hello. Oh, well, Dara, thank you. Dara, I think it's Dara. Hopefully I can keep you company while you're finishing up those Easter baskets. Jody's Panache is here, or is it Panache? I think it might be Panache. Is it like Vase and Voss, depending on how ritzy you say it? Panache or Panache? I don't know. Let's see here. Yes, it is, Holly. It is so pretty at night. Lori J is here. Hello, Lori. And Catherine is here. I am in Florida. Nobody Cares in Florida. And we are about right at an hour drive from the beach where we are. We're close enough that we can enjoy it any day we want to and be there like that. Not as close as I'd like to be, though. I got to tell you the truth. If I could put my house anywhere, it would definitely be beachside, for sure. Jennifer is here. Hello, Jennifer. Now let's see if I can get these pictures to work for you. Michelle is here. Hello, Michelle. I'm going to see if I can remember so that I can show you guys what we saw out there last night. No, I don't want to do that. I don't think. Bear with me just a minute. Let me see. Because last week I did not overlay like a full picture for you to like see full screen. So let me see if I can get that to work. Let's just try it here. Let me get back over here and see what you guys are seeing. Okay. Now, let's see if this is going to pop that first picture up. I don't think it did it? Nope. Well, give me just a second. Hopefully I can figure it out for you, because I really want you guys to be able to see what we were seeing over there. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get it to work, you guys. I thought that I could pop it over there for you. Okay, now it just did something to my screen here. Let's try it again. Let me try to put the picture in again. Ah, now can you guys see it? Let me give it just a second to see what you guys are seeing, because there's always a small delay. There. Okay. Now you guys are seeing it, aren't you? That's the first picture there when we first got on to the beach. And you can see right down the side there, first of all the debris from the seaweed and kelp and all that kind of stuff that washes up to shore. And do you see right there where that dock is like cut in half? First of all, I was real surprised to still see it like that, because of the simple fact it's been like 6 months. So let me keep scrolling through some different pictures to see up close and personal here. It may take just a couple of seconds to get it to switch the pictures on your end. So let me try to see. See, it doesn't seem like it's changing. Hold on. Maybe I have to turn it off each time and then return it back on. Let's see if that'll work. Okay, here should be coming another picture for you guys in just a second. I forget, there's like this a little brief delay. Aha, there, you see that? That's like an up close of the one dock that's still down there. I was really shocked at that, you guys, because like I said, these are in the back of some resorts that are over there. And there were some, as we were walking along, that have been fixed, brand new, looks really, really good. But then there were these couple. And the thing about it is, where some of these were broken down, there were people staying there because they were out on the balconies. So not real sure. Let's see if I can find some more photos here to show you some of what we were seeing. Let me show you some of the roofs if I can find it. This is one of the resorts over there. Let's see if that's gonna work for you guys. You can still see the blue tarps up on the roof. Can you see that? Yeah, this is the back of one of the resorts, and you can see where it took off parts of the roof up there, and you can also see where part of the back wall is missing. And you can see where the refrigerator has been taken out, and I'm not sure what the other thing was. I can't remember, and it's real small on my screen, so I can't see it, but you can see some of the damage there. But what's really interesting, I don't know if you guys can see my little cursor or not, but what's really interesting, if you look down there, you can see where the sand bank is. Can you guys see that? Where the sand bank is, it's a very deep ledge. Matter of fact, there should be a picture coming up here in just a second where I'm going to show you my husband standing beside it to show you just how tall that the sandbank is, like 6 feet tall now. And you can see, let me see if I can find a couple of pictures here. You can see up underneath some of the plants how all the roots are sticking out. Let me see if I can find that for you. This is just what was amazing to me, because it's like it completely washed away all of that sand that was up there at the bank. You know what I mean? And I wasn't expecting that, because like I said, we haven't been back over there since the storm. Okay, come on now, cooperate with me. You would think that I'd be a little more proficient at this by now, you guys. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get these last couple pictures to load for you. What's going on? Let me try it this way. It's been working beautifully. So what's going on? I wanted you to see how tall that sandbank was. Well, let me try this picture. It shouldn't have anything to do with the picture, but still not loading up there for you guys. Well, what just happened to our overlay? It was working so beautifully. Oh my. I really want you guys to see this, but let's see. Let's try it again. Let me click it again. No, I may not be able to get these last few pictures to load for you. At any rate, the sand bank right there is about 6 feet, a little over 6 feet, because it was actually a little bit taller than the hubs standing there, where it's just like chopped off the bank of the beach right there that comes off behind these resorts. And some of the trees were still standing there, the palm trees, but the roots were coming all out of the side of that. Looked like a wall of dirt with the little roots. Okay, well, there's one. Now you guys are seeing the one of the hubs, I guess. Are you guys seeing that? You should be seeing him standing beside that. From where my angle is, it looks like that bank is shorter than him, but it really was taller than him, just a little over 6 feet, I should say. Now, let me see if I can try to get that picture to upload for you guys where I'm talking about the roots of those trees hanging out. Maybe it just takes it a minute. So I'll sit here and chat for a second. We'll see if that picture will switch for you guys. Not sure how all this technology works. that came up when I least expected it. Now let's see if you can see those roots, and then I'm going to show you a picture of the water in the moonlight, and then you shall know why I love to go there so much in the evening time, especially in the evening time. I love it any time, but especially in the evening. All right, well, that picture's not coming. Ah, there it is. Can you see that? You see how there's like that 6-foot wall of dirt right there? And then those are the roots of that little tree that's on top, which that tree you can tell is starting to die because the roots are too exposed. But you can see how the roots are just coming right out of the side. It's like a wall of dirt. It's simply amazing. It's just amazing what's over there. Now, let me see if I can get you up a picture of whenever the water and the moonlight meet. Hopefully this is the right one. I'm looking at little teeny icons on my computer. hoping that I'm picking the right one for you guys. Let's see if you guys can see that. Absolutely love it. Can you guys see that? It popped up on my end. Now let me give it a second, see if it's popped up on yours. Ah, yes. Do you see that? It's like when the waves are moving in, because there's movement there, the moonlight hits the waves just right, and it looks like little crystals rolling to shore. Absolutely love it. Let's see if we may have one more picture we can throw up there. See if this one's clear enough. I really like that you can do this little feature here to try to get photos up for you guys while we're live. Isn't that neat? Hopefully, there you go. Can you see that one? I know some of these pictures are, they're long ways up on my phone there, so it's kind of like just partial on your screen, but yeah, you guys see that? See how beautiful that is? And it's so peaceful, so peaceful. It's not quiet and serene by any means, because it's very loud from the roar of the ocean. If you have not yet had a chance to visit the ocean because you live more inland, then you might not understand what I'm talking about. But if you've ever been to the beach, then you know what I'm talking about, the roar of that ocean. But even though it's very loud, like it is so loud that you kind of have to yell to talk to each other, even when you're sitting side by side. It's pretty loud. It's like this loud roar of the ocean, but yet it's so peaceful at the same time. Like I don't even know how to describe that to you guys. I love it. Favorite place in the world is sitting out there. Let's see if I think here's a picture that I took right before the sun went fully down. Let's see if that one's going to load for you. I know we're totally off topic. This was not supposed to be the topic of the video, but I had to show you guys because it's just so pretty. You guys know that we are here near the beach, and I very rarely get to show you guys. I've shown you in a few vlogs before. I have shown you in a few vlogs. There you go. Look how pretty that is. The colors, the peaches and the corals and the way that they meet the blues. This right here, you can see the moon up there. Can you guys see that, or is it too small for you? The moon was already out, even though it was still technically daylight. Just so beautiful. Absolutely love, love, love. And I guess that's probably why I love those colors in my home. Like, I love the blues and teals and turquoises, and I love to throw in splashes of corals and pinks. And that really is what the sky looks like over that ocean as the sun's coming up and as the sun sets. This ocean that I'm showing you here is the Atlantic. This is on the east side. So we get to see sunrises over here. Now, if we take a drive about 1 hour and 10 minutes towards the west, then we hit the Gulf of Mexico, and that's where we can see the sun set. And it is so, so beautiful. So beautiful whenever the sun sets over that water. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Now, let me get over here to what our topic for today is, because I don't have that thrown up there for you. Let's see if this is going to work. Ah, do you see it? This is really what I want the topic of this video to be about. Now, let me get over here and see what comments that I missed while we were taking a look at it. Yeah, it still is really crazy. I have several more pictures, but there's such a delay with trying to get them to pop up for you. Maybe I can post some on Instagram if you're following me over there. Post some for you over there. But the audio is off. Is my audio still off? Okay, I see that comment that was left there. Let me know, does the audio still seem off to you guys? I'm going to be quiet just a minute, give you guys a chance to answer. Can anybody hear me? Okay, you hear me, Jennifer. So does the audio seem like it's back on tune with my words now? Okay, good. Lori says audio's fine on her end. I don't know, maybe overlaying the pictures kind of delays the audio. I don't know, because I'm still learning all this. But it sounds like we're back on track now. Okay, very good. Now let's see what. Okay, so Lori J, you get to see some moonlight like that, but it's over the big lake in Arizona. Isn't it just so beautiful? It's something about the water. Whenever it hits the moonlight or even the sunlight, just absolutely love it. Where we live, there's a lot of water. I showed you guys over on the Health Channel a couple of weeks ago. We took you on a walk with us. I think it's called Exercise for Outdoors, something like that. You can look for that video if you haven't seen it yet. And I showed you on one of the routes that we walk, because there's several different routes around us that we walk every day. But on one of the routes that we go, we pass by 5 lakes in a 3-mile span. And they are just beautiful, so beautiful. They're really, really pretty on days around here when we don't have a lot of wind, because when you look over the lakes, they're just still like glass. Like it's like you're just looking out there over this big glass mirror. And it is awesome. So beautiful. I love the outdoors. I'd rather be outdoors than indoors any day of the week. And I really love the water. I just really do. All right, let's see here what I missed. Yeah, Jody, I do agree. I love the beach at nighttime. Absolutely love it. When we go on vacations, or sometimes just like last night, the hubs and I had a little date night, we just take off and head over to the beach and just walk and talk, and it's so peaceful. Absolutely love it. Oh, no, Lori, I'm really not. She says, you're YouTube proficient. No, I am learning. I hope to get a lot better at it here soon, but you saw I had a little bit of trouble there getting those pictures up. But yeah, it was almost a full moon. The moon is growing, and I don't know, maybe about another 2 days, I guess, we should have a full moon, and it's just beautiful. Oh, Holly, you just got out of the hospital. Well, thanks for joining us for a little bit. Enjoy your brother. I'm sure you've probably already signed off by now, but if you watch the replay, then I hope that you have a great visit. Well, hello from South Africa. Much love to you too, Hannah. Okay, so it got off just for a little bit. I'm going to guess it's because we overlaid those photos, you guys. Not real sure about that. Karen is here from Canada. Hello. Okay, now Beth, where at in Florida are you? Where are you at over there on the West Coast? Tampa? Didn't you tell me that, Tampa? You'd think I could remember week after week. I think you did tell me Tampa, which is not very far from St. Pete Beach. That is my absolute favorite beach. Well, I probably would have to say it's real close between St. Pete Beach and the Keys. Absolutely love it down there in the Keys because it's just water everywhere, all those little tiny islands. But we love to go to St. Pete Beach. And usually every year, the hubs and I would take a vacation, just the two of us, and that's where we would go. St. Pete Beach, but we haven't had a chance to get over there the last few years with all the trouble on the house. We haven't been able to. Matter of fact, our plan had been on our 25th wedding anniversary. We wanted to renew our vows and we wanted to do them on the beach. And that's where I wanted to go to do it and have a big celebration. But our 25th anniversary was right around the time that all this mess started with the house. This summer will be 30 years. Can you believe it, you guys? Coming up July the 30th, we will have been married 30 years. And we still haven't had our 25th celebration. but that's okay. Sometimes life takes over and dictates for you what you're going to celebrate and what you're not. But that was our plan. But yeah, we do love to head over there to St. Pete Beach. Love that area so much and love Tampa Bay. Last time that we went over there, we still haven't even gotten to the topic of the video. Maybe I should just change the topic for the day. But anyway, last time, not the last time, but on our 20th anniversary, when we went to St. Pete Beach, we did a little river cruise. Well, they call it a river cruise, but it was really in the bay, not in a river. And just a dinner cruise where we had dinner on board and they have music and it's just really nice and romantic. And it goes all along the bay up in there. So beautiful. Absolutely loved it. Very pretty area that you're in. I don't know why that sound did that. You have a 5-year-old YouTuber and her family to share. You wanna say the channel name? Sure, you can say the channel name down there and type that in. Somebody might want to go and take a look for sure. Tampa. Okay, that's what I thought, Beth. I thought it was Tampa. 30 years in December for you guys too. Well, congratulations to you guys. Yeah, that's a nice long time. 17 years for Lori J and her husband. Yes, I'm always glad to see when marriages can make it that long and stick it out through thick and thin. That is for sure. Sticking it out through thick and thin. Hello there, Jean, and I hope you have a very happy Easter as well. Yes, I do. All right, so we can get on into the topic of today's video if you guys are ready for that. I was going to talk to you guys for a little bit on some tips for decluttering and organizing your home. You guys give us some tips down there in the sidebar as well, because I know that I have people comment on decluttering videos. And by the way, I know I've had a few of you ask me this week for some decluttering videos. You didn't know I had some. There are a few on the channel already. In case you weren't aware, you can go on the homepage of their videos. Just if you go to their channel, then across the top there, you'll see some little words. Click on the one that says videos. And then out beside that, you'll see a little magnifying glass. Matter of fact, I don't even think you have to click on the word videos first. I think you can just do it right there from their homepage. Click on that little magnifying glass and type in a word like declutter or Dollar Tree or hauls or whatever it is you're looking for if you want to see if they have a particular video or playlist, and it'll bring it up for you. I know a lot of people aren't aware you can do that on someone's channel, but you can. So if you find a channel that you really enjoy and you're wondering, oh, I wonder if they have such and such a video, that's how you can find out. Just go right there to their homepage on their channel and do a little search, and you can find all the videos they have on a particular topic. So I do have a few decluttering videos up there for you already. Let's see, we decluttered the makeup with you, the vanity I've done. I also have a declutter on lipsticks that we've done. And there are several cleaning and organizational videos on there already for you as well. So if you want to get on there and search for those kind of things, and we'll have more coming for you soon. We absolutely will. But today I wanted to talk about some tips and tricks for decluttering, because I know a lot of people have trouble with that. They have trouble with knowing, what should I get rid of? What should I hold on to? And before you know it, their environment becomes very cluttered. And we've talked about on this channel several times that the more clutter you have in your home, the more mental clutter that you have, and you don't have that relaxing and peaceful feeling in your own home because you have too much stuff. Now, I'm not talking about minimalism. That is a completely different thing, because I know there's a real big push right now for minimalism in a lot of different channels on YouTube. They're pushing people towards minimalism, where some of them don't have anything. I saw one video where this girl legit in her room, all she had was a mattress, no bed frame, no box springs, just the top mattress on the floor with her sheet and her pillow, because that's how, and hey, more power to you. If that is what it takes for you to have peace of mind and you want to live that minimalistically, then, go for it. Whatever helps you to have that type of peace. If you're fine with that, then right on. I couldn't live like that though. For me, I just couldn't do it. And I think that there's been such a push towards minimalism that a lot of people are starting to feel guilty if they have things. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I've seen comments on some videos where people are showing you like a jewelry collection or perfume collection, just different collections that people want to show. And they get the nastiest, hateful comments in the comment section because people get mad if they have more than one of an item, because there's been such a push towards minimalism. I keep saying millennialism. That's completely different. Minimalism. There's such a push towards that a lot of people think that you're horrible if you have more than one of something. And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Tips on how we can declutter to get rid of stuff we really don't need and aren't going to use, to keep our homes free of clutter, and yet at the same time understand that it's really okay if you have more than one of something, as if that's what you choose to have. So sorry about that. Forgot to turn the old phone down. Let me do that. So let's see what comments we have over here. Has anybody shared their tips yet? Never been to Colorado, Jennifer, but I absolutely would love to. Claire and Crosby's. Okay, that's the name of the channel. She's as a boy or girl, not real sure. But anyway, a 5-year-old that has a YouTube channel. Okay, I see the next one. She's been on Ellen. Oh, and her dad was on The Voice. Okay, that sounds like a channel interesting to try out, you guys. Collecting cell phones right now and getting kids to do their chores. I've seen that, Lori J. I've seen you post some pictures where you have tried to start that decluttering and the organization on that craft corner. I need to do that to some of my stuff too. I really do. Yes, it can be. Purging can absolutely be freeing to the mind. And hey, Susan, how are you? And it really feels good. like when you start that decluttering and that cleaning process and you start throwing out some stuff, it's like, oh yeah, okay. And then you can just get to really whipping it out and getting rid of a lot of stuff. You have to be careful with that, because you can actually get rid of stuff that you didn't really want to, because the feeling of getting rid of it can be so nice. You know what I mean? So yeah, there is a fine line there. It really can be. Now, for me, this is what I do, because I wanted to share some tips on when you're wanting to declutter, because people have a hard time just getting started. Like, where do I start? Like, they step inside of a closet, or they open up the door of a closet, wherever it is that they're wanting to start the declutter process. And they're like, I'm overwhelmed. There's so much stuff. I am just so overwhelmed. I have a video, and I cannot remember the name of it right now. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that for you while we're chatting. I hope that didn't knock you guys off of there. No, it shouldn't have. All right, let me try to see if I can find the name of that video. And then you guys can go and watch it in case you didn't. And a lot of you may have been able to watch that whenever it very first came out. It's probably been about a year, somewhere in there. It was August. Okay, so about 6-7 months ago. It's called Declutter Project Linen Closet Organization. You guys can see that one a little bit later. Just go to my homepage and you can do a search for that. It's Linen Closet Organization. That should help you find it. Anyway, in that video, I showed you how the first step that I take whenever I'm decluttering any space, you guys saw me clean the vanity just a few weeks ago, about maybe a month or two ago, I guess. We did the vanity with you guys as well. And you saw, first of all, I just take everything off of there. In that linen closet video, I took everything out of the closet and laid it all out on my dining room table because we didn't really have a closet. It's a big shelf that we're using as a closet. It's got a door on the front and all that. Because in this home, there's just not much closet space. So we made our own, or we bought one. Anyway, first thing I do is take everything out and I just lay it all out. It could be across your living room floor. It can be on your dining room table, wherever it is that you need to lay that out so that you can, first of all, get a visual for everything you have. Because here's one thing that I have found. When I start stuffing things in my closets or whatever space it is, craft room, I've got big bins of all kinds of tapes, like washi tapes and duct tapes and sequins and stickers. And when you're collecting this stuff and you just put them in bins, sometimes you forget what all you've had. You know what I'm saying? It's like out of sight, out of mind. And that's legitimately true. You'll be like, oh man, I completely forgot I even had that. And so then we don't even use it. It's like we gather all this stuff with good intention that we're going to use it, but then we can't see it because of the way we have it stored, and then we don't use it. And that's what I'm trying to avoid, because if I get something, it's because I seriously want to use it, and then I don't want to forget that I have it, so I want to use it. And keeping the clutter away helps me do that. Sometimes a general rule for me too is that if I buy something new, not so much in the craft department, because crafts are things that you're always going to use. But let's say that you go get a couple of new shirts, maybe you're getting some new apparel, then I will come home and get rid of 2 or 3 that I'm just exchanging. You see what I mean? Like I'm bringing in the new ones, but I'm going to get rid of some old ones. That keeps the closet from becoming overly stuffed and overly crowded. And it ensures that, okay, I've got the new stuff here. I'm going to see it easily when I come in the closet, and I'm going to wear it. And chances are when you bring the new stuff in, you're going to forget about the old stuff anyway, unless it's truly a favorite that you wear a lot. So just go ahead and get rid of some stuff. Donate it. There are plenty of shelters. There are thrift stores around you. Some of them, whether it be with Goodwill or local churches. In our area, we have a local church who has a thrift shop where people in their congregation, well, people in the whole community can come and shop for a very inexpensive price. So it benefits everybody. And it helps you to get rid of your stuff and know it's going to a good home. Maybe you know people that could just use it. You could just donate it to them outright. So it's not like you're just throwing it away and it's going to no use. You're making good use of it and giving it to somebody who's going to use it, because now you have something new. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the tips that I follow when deciding, what do I want to get rid of? What am I going to let go of, or what do I really want to keep? I try to keep this stuff that I know that I'm really going to use, or that I do still use, even if it may be once a year. If it's like a certain serving platter that I know I only use during the holidays when we have people over or whatever, I'm going to hold on to that because I legit use it. It may be an item I only use once a year, but I do use it. So I'm going to hold on to that. You follow what I'm saying? A lot of the other stuff, it's like it may be pretty, maybe I do use it, but I found something new. Let's just go like with the example of maybe some little votive holders for your candles. Those can pile up quickly, and those can overtake shelving space in a hurry. So if it's some that I see that's new and that I'm like, oh man, I really love these, then I'm going to come home and I'm going to find some that I maybe not use so much that I can part with. Otherwise, they're just going to overrun me. Now, if I still have room on that part of the shelf that I can bring in some new ones, then I'm going to keep both sets, the old ones and the new ones. So hope that kind of makes sense to you there, because you got to have a plan before you start organizing and before you start decluttering. It's good to have a plan and know when you're going in exactly what you're going to do with your items. Now let's see. I know there's been some comments. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, shoes. You know what? I don't know that I have any help on that, because you guys have seen my shoe closet right behind me here. I don't know how to point to it, but you guys can see the white hole right behind my head here. You guys have seen in there. I have a lot of shoes too. I really do. And some of them I may only wear once a year. A lot of my heels right now, I don't even get to wear very often at all, because on Sundays, we work with children's church in the mornings, not wearing heels there, girl. Not chasing a bunch of kids around. And then on Sunday nights, we work with our youth program. And so very, very rarely do I have a need to dress up for that, like really dressy. So whenever we go on a date or whenever we go to a meeting or different areas like that, then yeah, I'm going to wear my shoes. But yeah, I hold on to my shoes. If they're shoes I know I'm going to wear. Now, it hasn't been, oh my goodness, I don't know, probably maybe about 8 months ago or so, I did go through that closet. Matter of fact, I went through that closet again probably about a month and a half ago, come to think of it. Baby girl and I went through there because you guys know I got the new shoes from Skechers. And I had picked up a pair of shoes during the Christmas clearance that was on a really good deal. And I legit didn't have room for them to fit anywhere. So I did go through again and get rid of some shoes. And what I did was I looked for either heels or wedges that I don't wear as often, that maybe I wasn't fully in love with, to make room for those few new pair that I got. Now, I did do that. I forgot all about it. See, good. You guys helped me remember. I forgot all about doing that, but I did. So it can be done. You just have to ask yourself, am I head over heels for these? Do these shoes send me over the moon? And if not, go ahead and pass them on to somebody else and make room for a pair that you like a little better. That's just kind of the rule of thumb for me. The same thing I did, oh my goodness, it may have been a couple years ago now. I did a jewelry declutter with you guys on a vlog. It was during Vlogtober, one of the years. I did a jewelry declutter. And that's exactly what I did with that, because I had tons of jewelry that it's like, okay, this isn't really just, you know, it's not tickling my fancy right now, so I'm not going to hold on to it. I'll tell you, though, one of the things that's hardest for me about decluttering, and hold on a second, let me get caught up on some comments first. Let's see here. Miss Erlene, she gets attached to books. Yeah, books are a hard one for me. I don't get rid of books. Now, I did have to get rid of books with all of our mold. I lost my whole library, hundreds of books that I had, and I had to get rid of them because they all were infested with the mold. You couldn't see it, but when you open those books, you could smell that old, moldy, musty smell, because it gets in the pores of the pages, and then there's nothing you can do about it. So I did have to lose those. And those of you that are friends with me on Facebook had seen a picture recently. I don't remember if I put it on my personal Instagram. I may have, but I did put it on Facebook, where my dad recently gave me a big box of books that's kind of restarted my collection for me. That was such a blessing. Was so happy to have that, because books are a big one for me too, Miss Early. And I don't get rid of books. I don't, because I love books. I love the written word. I love to study. I love to learn. And I read books multiple times. I don't just read it once and then be done with it. I read them multiple times. So I hold on to books. I can't help you declutter there because I'm the same way when it comes to books. Like, if I could have a room in my home that was just a library, I totally would. I would have me a library in this house, because I love books. I really, really do. So, oh, no worries, Susan. No worries at all. I know I'm a little bit behind. I see sometimes in the comments of the videos, I get behind because I try to respond to all of you guys. But then whenever I go on talking, I miss your comments. And then by the time I come back to them, there's such a delay. I'm sorry about that. Well, that's good, Jody, that your husband is very supportive of you and helping you out. Back surgery is no joke. My goodness. Yeah, small projects a little at a time. That's a great tip, Lori. Start with small things and work your way up. Even if you're dealing in a closet, start with one shelf. Like break it up into little smaller projects. That's going to help you to not be overwhelmed by such a looming task that lies ahead of you. That is a great tip for sure. And that's right, marathon and not a sprint. That's a good way to look at it. Okay, we'll see you later, Lori. So glad that you could join us. Ah, that's a good idea, Beth, about your craft supplies. Very good idea. Matter of fact, I've got a video coming soon for you guys too on some sticker storage and how to organize those because a lot of people like cram them all together. Hello, Laura. How are you? Happy Good Friday and Easter to you too. Uh, just cram them all together and then you having to thumb through all of your stickers to try to find something for a particular holiday or particular event, and that's nah, you got to organize it by categories because then that helps you save time. If you can go right to your sticker collection and you have a category for Valentine's Day, let's just say you pull out your stickers for Valentine's Day and you're going to be able to find what you're looking for a lot faster, and then you don't lose stuff and forget about things that you had, you know. I am huge on organization and have been my whole life ever since I was young. Now that doesn't mean things don't ever get messy. You know, I was a typical teenager, had a messy room at times as well. I had an organized mess though. Like even if I had clothes strewn out around the place, I knew exactly where everything was. One of my worst pet peeves is going to reach for something and it not being where it's supposed to be because it wastes you a lot of time. Let's say you're running out the door, maybe you're even running late and you're like, oh, I got to grab that on the way out. And then you go to grab it and it's not there. Then you're going to waste 5 or 10 minutes trying to find something because now you can't remember where's the last place you had it. And that irritates me. That is one of my biggest pet peeves, if not the biggest one, is reaching for something and it not being where it's supposed to be. I don't like that because it wastes me time, even if I'm not in a hurry. Let's just say I'm not even running late and I'm not in a hurry, but I remember that I need to do something or whatever, and I go to get that item and it's not there, then I'm going to spend 5 or 10 minutes looking for it, and sometimes longer, just depending on where's the last place it was. You know what I mean? So I'd rather take the 1 to 2 minutes that it requires for me to put something back than to have to waste 5 or 10 minutes looking for it because it wasn't there. So organization is big for me because I do not like not finding something whenever it should be there. Oh, no, that's a good idea to keep it in scrapbooks, the 12 by 12s, and then you have all your stickers there. Yeah, that's a great idea. Very good idea to keep those organized like that. Yeah. See, you guys have some great suggestions. That's why I wanted us to talk about this. So you could put your suggestions over there in the chat, or if you're watching this on the replay, if you put them down there in the comments for us all, because it really does help make life a whole lot less stressful. I find that it does a whole lot less stressful. There's just something about coming home when you're off on vacation or just even out for the day. Like, let's just say you're out at the grocery store, you know, and you've spent a couple of hours around town and you're shopping, whatever, and you're coming into the house. When you open the door and you come into a clean environment that's all put away, all organized, it's just so nice, so relaxing, you know, especially if you're bringing in bags and bags of groceries or whatever else that you've been shopping for. If you're bringing all that stuff in and then you have to pile mess on top of mess, no, that is not good up here at all. At least it's not for me. It's not. And I know organization comes a lot easier for some personality types than others. We've talked about that just a little bit over on the other channel, where we've talked about the 4 different major personalities. That's a whole conference that we do. And there are some personality types that just lean naturally more towards organization and keeping things all organized. But it doesn't mean that the other personalities can't learn how to do it. And I feel like that this is a major issue that everybody needs to learn how to do. I just do. I think it makes your home environment a lot less stressful. It's less stressful for you. It's less stressful for your children or your grandchildren, whatever stage of life that you happen to be in. It's just less stressful because life throws enough problems at us on its own. Like, life is stressful enough without the added stress of disorganization and chaos. It just is. So I feel like it's very, very important for people to learn. If you're not naturally good at it, you can learn it. It's a skill that you can learn, and you can help your whole family learn it with you. All right, let's see what Beth says here. Yes, Beth, I do the same thing. I absolutely do. But I am thinking of redoing my closet organization, to be honest with you. I've always done it tank tops, t-shirts, short sleeve dress shirts, then long sleeve dress shirts. I think I've shown you guys our new closet. When we redid the house, we did new shelving in the closet. So I have a second shelf on the bottom now, and that's where I keep like my skirts, and then all my winter type stuff stays down there because I don't pack everything up. You know, once winter's over, I don't pack it up and put it in the shed or anything like that because I just don't have enough need to do that. Like, everything fits okay in the closet as it is. So that's what I have on the bottom. But I think that, and I do that by color. And then, you know, like my tank tops are all short sleeve tank tops. And then I'd have like all the reds together, all the yellows, blues, and so on. And it has to start from lightest color to darkest. Yeah, I'm a little obsessive that way. But I'm thinking about doing my closet now strictly by colors, like all the reds, whether it's tank tops, short sleeves, long sleeves, and still keeping it tank tops, short sleeves, long sleeves, because I got to have that for my own mind. But instead of it, like right now, I have like tank tops, say yellow, orange, red, blue, and then t-shirts, yellow, orange, red, blue, dress shirts, yellow, orange, red, blue. So when you look in my closet, it's like rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. You're following me? And I would like to be able to just look in my closet and have rainbow and all the reds together, whether, no matter if they're dressy or tank top, and then have it organized that way. So I think that's what I'm fixing to do to my closet, because I want to change. I want to change. Yeah, that can be true, Laura. With a smaller environment, no matter what, can still feel cluttered. And again, like in our space, we don't have a real big home. And we definitely don't have much closet space. And I'm not one for sticking things under beds. And I've done that in the past. Like, I've had bins that I could just push under the bed that you would have storage. We have a big shed out back. So some of the stuff that are keepsakes, memorabilia, things that are sentimental to me, I do have those packaged up in big plastic bins out there, so that I know that I could get to them if I ever wanted to, but they're not stuff that I'm going to reach for all the time and need in my home. But as far as in my house, I have really narrowed it down to where if it does not have a space, I just don't keep it. Because I'll tell you why. There was one year that we went up to a little cabin out in Helen, Georgia. A friend of Steve's had a little cabin timeshare up there, and you could stay whenever you wanted to. It was like $25 a night. So we were like, yeah, let's go. So we went up there, and it was this teeny, teeny cabin. It had 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, and a living room. But I mean, the whole entire thing might have been like 850 square feet. It was so small, like legit. The second little bedroom had a set of bunk beds in there. And I mean, it was only a little bit wider enough for you to walk in there and change your clothes. Like, your elbows would be hitting the wall. So, okay, whenever I'm saying 2 bedrooms, I'm not meaning palatial space. I'm talking about teeny. And in that little kitchen, because if somebody was standing at the stove cooking, somebody else couldn't walk past. I mean, you really had to scrunch in and let them squeeze behind you. That's how small it was. But they had a frying pan. They had 2 saucepans, a larger one and a smaller one. They had 4 plates, 4 bowls, 4 forks, spoons, knives. You get the picture. 4 glasses. That's all that they had. It was furnished for you. We went up there twice, and each time we stayed a whole week. And it was a matter of, okay, we cooked our little dinner, we had our food, the kids were little, so they were with us as well. And I would have to wash it all. And I knew that, okay, if I want a spoon in an hour for a little bit of ice cream or whatever, I've got to wash what I have and then put it back up. And do you know, that was like the best feeling for those 2 weeks, because there was very few dishes. You only had those few dishes. You had to wash them as soon as you were done with them. You could just stack them in the dishwasher and wait for it to fill up, you know, while you were wasting more dishes or whatever. And when we got ready to leave there at the end of the week, I told my husband the second week, I told my husband, I said, we've been up here twice. We have gotten by on very minimal stuff, and it has been so freeing for me. And I quite like it. We have too much stuff at home. Let's go home and clear some stuff out. So I think we can all learn really how to do with a lot less stuff, because the more stuff you have, it can either be, you know, like little trinkets. There for a while, whenever I was collecting things, I worked at a daycare. And one Christmas, I had a couple little kids bring me in little elephants. It must have been like the trend for that year. I don't know, but it kind of started this collection for me. Everybody started bringing me elephants, and I loved them, loved little elephants, thought they were so cute. But I had all these knickknacks sitting around. I had pretty little glass shelves that I had them sitting out in the house. And then it was a matter of having to dust them all the time. And it wasn't just like a 2 or 3 minute little thing. It would take me 15 or 20 minutes because I had so many elephants sitting around. And finally, one day I said, I'm going to wrap these up. I'm going to put them in a special bin, and they are out in the shed now, because I didn't want to get rid of them, because they were special and they do have sentiment from people who gave them to me. But having all of that stuff, because then you have to clean it. You know, if you have 20 dishes, 20 plates, 20 bowls, you know, a 20-piece setting, then you can be guilty of, okay, well, we've all had lunch. There's enough for dinner. Now we've all had dinner, and they can pile up on you or sit in the dishwasher all day. And then before you know it, you still run out of dishes because you haven't been in a hurry to clean the dirty ones because you knew you had more. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just things like that, thought processes that we can work through that really we can start squeezing some of this stuff down and make life a lot less stressful for us, and to me, you know. So all right, let's see where I left off here. Sometimes my desk area is one of the ones that will tend to clog up a little more quickly than others. I have a few different bins, though, that I've started. One for like incoming mail, one for receipts, just different bins in my office. And one of these days I'll show you. I haven't shown any office organization because it's still in transition. Like, I don't have any of my office furniture or none of that set in place, but I may do a video, like my temporary organization that I'm doing for now. So if they come in, if the kids come in or the hubs comes in and they have receipts from somewhere, they know, don't go throw it on mommy's desk. Find the bin and put it in there. Whoever checks the mail, don't come in and throw it on the desk. Put it in the bin, and we will go through it whenever we have a chance to go through it. Because there for a while, it was like the bar that we have there in the kitchen, it could pile up 2 or 3 days worth of mail because nobody had a time to sit down and go through, what do we need to keep? What can we throw away? And it would just keep piling up. And I couldn't stand that. Like, I cannot stand to walk in my front door and see stuff piling up on that counter. Right now, I've got some jewelry piling up because you guys saw a recent haul where we found some new pieces down there at Baya. I've got a Walmart haul coming for you guys next week too, because last night or the night before found some more cute things at Walmart. But I've got to come up with some organization in my closet for these new pieces. So they're kind of stacking up on that counter right now till I can get to it. So I have told my daughter, this is a priority. We got to get this done because I don't like seeing this on the counter. It makes me feel cluttered. It makes me feel like the space is dirty. It makes me feel like I just haven't kept up with the place. You know what I mean? And no. So there are ways to organize that office of yours or wherever your desk is to where you can have your desk a little cleaner. You just might have to be creative in finding ways to do it, for sure. All right, let's see where I left off here with your comments. Oh, okay, Jody. She had to go. She probably's already gone by the time I could say goodbye. But thanks for joining us. If you see it on the replay. Sheena is here. Hello, Sheena. Doing great. How are you doing? Hope your weekend's off to a good start. Oh, well, Beth, I'm glad that that's some inspiration for you. Southern Teacher is here. Well, I'm glad that you were able to catch us too. Nice to have you. Y'all started your spring break today. All right. So that's a good feeling, huh? Yeah. Our kids here in Putnam County, they were out all this week. They're ending their spring break this weekend. So always fun to have that spring break. Our kids are done. Bub is done. He finished his last bit of work. Let's see, we put that in the mail last Wednesday. I think it was last Wednesday. We put his final bit of work into the mail and shipped it off. So both of mine are completely done with school now. So he is having spring break, summer all in one because he had to have his work sent in before April the 1st for graduation that's coming up in May, because you guys know we homeschool. So the school that keeps all of his tests and grades has to have all the work in by a certain date so they can get it all graded in and put into their system before graduation in May. So we're done around here, and he is glad. Summer has started for him. Oh, well, thank you, Southern Teacher. I'm glad that you enjoy the videos for sure. Coffee and Crafting Mama is here. Good. Okay, so you've taken yours from rainbow, rainbow, rainbow to just all rainbow, and you're liking it. I think I'm going to like that too. I really do. That is a project that I want to get in there and work on, and I'm going to try to film it for you guys, but our closet is so narrow. I've taken you in there and shown you in there before. It's so narrow, I'm not really sure that I can actually get the camera positioned in a way where you're going to be able to see what I'm doing, because it's so narrow. But I'm going to try. Whenever I get in there, I am going to try. So, well, thank you, Laura. He's excited about that. We're going next week to one of the schools that he's thinking about attending to check it all out. They have, every school, college, campus has a preview week is what they call it. And so you can come down there. They get to stay in the dorm for a couple of days. They get to meet some of the professors and the director of the schools. They get to talk to them about the programs that they offer to see if it's a place that they really want to go. So we're going to be doing that on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I believe it is. I'll have to double check. That's next week. And I'll try to take you guys along. I'll vlog some of that over on the vlog channel so that you guys can see. Not sure that that's where he'll decide to go or not. He's just wanting to check it out to see if he's going to be interested in it. So that should be fun. That'll be down in Fort Myers. So it'll be about 4 hours from home if he decides to go there. Still close enough, not too far away, but far enough that I won't be able to see him every weekend. But, they grow up, don't they? So, all right, let's see here what I have. That's a great idea, Beth, for your freezer and refrigerator. That is a really great idea. I have bins in the refrigerator or in the freezer. Well, in both. You guys have seen my kitchen organization before. I have a video on that. And I do have bins in there. And if we put things in like freezer bags, we try to mark on there the date that we put it in there, exactly what it is. I have bins for meats, bins for like beef and chicken, and try to keep that organized in there, because you're right. I hate, especially because we have our deep freezer, and I hate going in those freezers and having to dig to see what all you still have in there, or to try to get to what it is that you're looking for. And actually, I found some deep freezer bins that help keep it really organized, where you can pull the bins out of there. Yeah, so that is a really cool thing to have, because ours is a big chest freezer where you have to get down in it. You know what I'm talking about? You feel like you're taking a dive into the swimming pool just to get to the bottom of your freezer. So keeping all of that stuff organized is so important to me. It really is, Coffee and Crafting Mama. It is an exciting time for sure. He will come to do laundry. That is possible. That is possible. The program that he's working on, they're not allowed to leave too often. It's actually a ministry internship, hands-on type program. because he wants to go into worship music, the worship music side of things. And so it's ministry related. So of course, most of their things are done on the weekends because of church activities are on weekends. So they do their studies and all of their accredited classes during the week. And then they spend their weekends actually hands-on doing what they're trying to train to do. So he really won't have an opportunity to come too many weekends. So I don't know, either it's all going to pile up until Thanksgiving and he come in with just bags and bags, or they have the dorms there that are for them, and they do have areas where they can do their own clothes, their own laundry. So that's probably going to be one of them situations to where he's not going to be a typical college kid that can bring that laundry home on the weekend. He's just going to have to do it. So yes, all of my bins, well, I can't say all of them, but most of the bins that I use for storage and organization have come from Dollar Tree. Some of them came from Dollar General and Family Dollar, because at the time that we were building the organization for the pantry and the refrigerator, I wanted all of that beautiful turquoise just to match the house. And I got a vast majority of it at Dollar Tree, but then whenever they would sell out or wouldn't have any, they had the same colors at Dollar General and Family Dollar that I was able to just blend those all together. So you really can get some great organization bins for pennies, really. You know what I mean? Even some of the stuff that we have for our couponing stash that we're working through, because we've talked about all that before. Don't like having all that mess around either. Came from those places, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and Family Dollar. And are they the greatest quality? Can you get better quality elsewhere? Sure, if you're going to pay $5 or $10 for a bin. But these dollar bins hold up just as well. These dollar bins, I've had the ones for our couponing stash now about 4.5 years, and I've only had one break, and that was just because of the way that I spun it. So it wasn't just because it just broke. You know what I mean? So no, in my opinion, there's no sense in going and spending all those tons of dollars for more expensive storage when those Dollar Tree products can absolutely do the job for just $1. So great place to get those bins for storage. For the desk, in my office, we've done it. You guys saw where we bought all that stuff for the hubs whenever he switched offices and was organizing up all of his pens and scissors and all that kind of stuff. You can get all of those right there at Dollar Tree, and they are so much cheaper than if you go to an office supply store. You're going to spend a whole lot more money that way. So definitely, for sure. Oh, yeah, your son's in the military, Jennifer. That would be hard whenever they go off for that basic training and to not be able to see them for so long. Yeah, I can feel you on that one as a mother. Yes, I can for sure. Ann Willoughby is here. Hello, Ann. How are you? It's a big time for adjustment around here for sure. I think baby girl's doing her classes online. You guys know that already. The classes that she has chosen right now, she can do online right here instead of having to pay hefty dorm fees and all that kind of stuff. She is looking at expanding some of her classes to a little local community college that we have not too far from here. It's a state college. It used to be called community college, but it is a state college that she's thinking about doing. But that would be close enough that she can actually commute instead of having to leave and go stay off on a campus somewhere. So I think she's kind of leaning towards that for a little while. And you know, it is definitely that time of life where it's bittersweet for a parent, because you're so proud of them and you're excited for what's in their future and them doing what they were created to do. And at the same hand, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna miss them every single day. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just every parent goes through that, adjusting to, you know, the nest becoming empty and all that kind of stuff. It is a huge adjustment, exciting and sad all at the same time, for sure. Oh, well, that is really cool. I am so excited about your son serving our great nation. I have a special soft spot in my heart for anybody who serves in the military and doing what they do to keep our own country safe, and also they're heroes to so many other places around the world where there's been such oppression in other countries. Whenever our armed forces can go into those environments and liberate a country and liberate people who are underneath harsh regimes and harsh rule, it is just, I tell you, I really do. I love our military, and I just think they are awesome. So kudos to your son. Give him a big thank you from the rest of us here, because that is just an awesome thing. Hard for mamas, but an awesome thing for sure. It does. A community college actually does save a lot of money for the same quality of education, sometimes better, sometimes even a better education for sure. Yeah, that's really good, Laura. So good to hear that. Oh, that is cool, Jennifer. So he's going to be a medic. Nice. Very nice. So awesome. All right, you guys. Well, it is 1:07. So I'm going to go ahead and have to get off of here. The Hubs is off today. It is Good Friday. He was out working on the car. Our little brake pads were getting a little thin. So he's been out there trying to get that done, because I can see the dark clouds are rolling in. We are fixing to have some rain. We've got a cold front moving in just in time for Easter weekend. Imagine that. This cold seems like be lingering way too long this year for all up north, all the way down here. The cold is just wanting to hang on this year. I tell you what. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here and make sure that he doesn't need my help on anything, and then see what the plans are going to be for the rest of this fine afternoon. I hope that all of you guys have a great holiday weekend and are able to spend it with some of your family and friends. And thank you so much that you were able to join me for a little bit here on this beautiful afternoon. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and say adios to all of you, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye.